Sai,
Brago.
we get a chapter this week?
You're barking up the wrong tree. I have no idea. It's anybody's ball game now.
Anybody's ball game. Yeah, it's been a lot of information. One Piece is supposed to be in break for like 3 weeks. Then it comes out where it's like it was an error on the Manga Plus website, the English site. Now it's supposed to come out as scheduled. But Sai is letting me know that there's no hints, no spoilers, no nothing.
No
and info. It is Wednesday. So what is going on? I don't know. Is this the end of the spoilers? Did they finally get a wrangle on the people that leak? Find out next time. It's like a secret like operation where like Redon got caught, Pew-Pees got caught.
They're still tweeting. I mean, they're fine unless like SEAL Team 6 is posing as them.
Exactly. They took over their account, man. You think it's Pew-Pees. Pew-Pees is about to have a meetup with all the like leakers, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna meet at
in real life, guys.
Yeah, it's time to meet up. It's time for us to know what each other looks like
the Akatsuki.
Exactly. And it's just the cops just waiting, the manga cops.
Wasn't there a mole in the Akatsuki too?
Was there?
No, there wasn't. I'm thinking about Zetsu, but Zetsu's like a
Zetsu was just reporting their Madara, no?
He was just reporting Madara.
Yeah, so now I don't think there was
in Kaguya.
He's reporting everybody. Maybe I guess he's considered a mole. So chapter, if we get it, if we don't, I have some thoughts about some certain things, and I want to talk about Loki today. What are your thoughts on Loki, Sai? How do you feel about him?
I think he's all right so far. Nothing about him makes me, want to put him in a top 10 list of my favorite characters, but I think he's really interesting. His personality, his parallels to Luffy. You said, what about strength?
Yeah.
That's still wishy-washy. I mean, like, right now he seems okay.
2.6.
But I think 2.6 is crazy. But, like, what really carries him for me is the fact that apparently it took all the giants in Elbaf to put him down. And then plus, like, we have the timeline with, Shanks became a Yonko 6 years ago. Loki got locked up 6 years ago.
So basically the giants can do it.
Also there? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's a lot. That feels excessive for somebody like that. And 2.6 as a special bounty, by the way, because he technically isn't a pirate.
Yeah.
Isn't that messed up, though?
How so?
I'm not a pirate, but yet there's a bounty on me.
Well, if you're a criminal, like Dragon, the Revs, Higuma, the mountain bandit, like, I think it's deserved.
But the thing is, Dragon is, like, actively trying to take down the world government. Like, Higuma and the mountain bandits, they're causing havoc in, like, world government-owned and affiliated nations. I'm doing shit in a nation that you guys have no business in. Why are you in our business?
He's a murderer, though. He killed his dad base level. And not to mention,
allegedly
this guy gets introduced. The first thing he says is that he wants to destroy the world.
We all have lofty aspirations, all right?
If a guy's walking outside on the street saying, I'm going to kill everybody, like, we're going to call the police on him, right? Like, it's
what's the charge?
I don't know, man. Like, Loki's an interesting guy. I think the 2.6 is well deserved. Don't let this maniac loose. Don't drop the bounty. If anything, raise it up a little bit.
Yeah, 2.6 on somebody that's not a pirate, but he's a alleged murderer. Have you seen the body world government? Have you ever even been to Elbaf to basically substantiate any of these claims? I don't know.
You don't need to, bro. Those rumors are heavy.
He's a bit racist to me. But 2.6 billion nonetheless we have with Loki. But the big question is, who's going to free him? Or if Luffy's going to free him, and if Luffy does free him, what's going to happen? I guess we could like explore if Luffy frees him, like what are the implications of that? Like if Luffy lets him go after Luffy gets the key, who is immediately affected? How does Hiruden feel about it? And what does he do in response, like to Luffy? Is he no longer his subordinate? Like, does he defend Luffy because it's Luffy's decision and he basically agreed to whatever Luffy's decision is he's with? How does that go?
See, this is where it gets a little bit dicey because I view Luffy's actions here in Elbaf more than just, it's Luffy, he's a pirate, whatever. Like to Elbafians, Luffy is more than that. He is the sun god. So it's more so like, your god decided to release this criminal, right?
Well, not all of them yet.
Yeah, not all of them yet know about Luffy's powers, right? We don't even know if Hardin knows. So far, only Dory and Brogy have really mentioned it.
Yeah, they call him that for the most part.
But the minute they see Luffy in Gear 5, they're going to realize that he is like the guy that they worship. So like, even if Luffy makes a bad decision and releases Loki, and Loki destroys Yggdrasil, destroys the Atom Tree, or, causes havoc, I feel like as a giant, you kind of have to follow it, right? It's like your religion in a way.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to have to hope that Luffy solves all of this, or hope that Luffy knows what's best, even though in reality, we love Luffy, but let's be real. He doesn't make the best decisions sometimes, so...
What about what Loki does?
I'm just to see how it goes.
Once he sees Gear 5.
Well, he can't see him because he has like bandages on. You know,
rips him off.
he rips him off. I feel like he'll also start piecing it together. I think this chapter was very intentional. Like, we didn't see Gear 5 Luffy punching Loki, right? It was Gear 4th.
Right.
One, I think Gear 4th is easier to access now that Luffy can just partially transform. But it's not Gear 5th, right? Luffy went Gear 5th on a snake. He didn't do it on Loki. I feel like Oda's hiding that reveal.
Because
Loki would have a crazy reaction.
It's a very important reaction. I agree with that. I mean, I think at some point Luffy is going to reveal that form to Loki, and Loki's gonna, I think they're gonna have a fight, because I think Loki's gonna be like, well, you're the sun god, I'm the sun god, let's see who's the real sun god.
Yeah.
But Luffy, of course, Luffy's gonna go giant form, right? It's gonna be giant versus giant. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a beautiful fight. It's gonna be one of those, I'm like, okay. Like, all right.
Like two kaijus fighting.
Two titans.
Yeah, two titans, two kaijus.
I hate Attack on Titan, but two titans. Because I mean, let's be honest. So far, Attack on Titan fights are way better than kaiju fights.
Yeah, because it's faster paced. I think that's why, right?
Yeah. I mean,
kaiju fights, you spent like 10 years throwing a single punch, bro.
The Hoshino fight was good.
The Hoshino fight?
Yeah, where when he was like still regular sized versus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Either way, I have a different perspective here with Loki.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Luffy says, no.
I'm okay.
And leaves him.
All right.
Somebody comes along. Somebody that doesn't like Shanks as well.
Your favorite character.
Has a vendetta. Strong. Down, not out. Should be an Elbaf. Your boy.
Your guy.
Eustass Kid. Now.
I like this idea.
Now, an alliance right now is not something that Kid probably wants to do, but I think they could share in their disdain of the red hair Shanks.
The sun god Jika meme would become true, huh?
It would become true, because then Loki may start to believe that Jika is a real thing. And so now we have Kid allying with Loki, freeing Loki just to spite Shanks. But it doesn't end there.
Oh, your future saying more?
We have another character that's allegedly in Elbaf that may have some disdain. Not specifically for Shanks.
Are you talking about Road?
Not Road. No.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, I've seen the Road theories too. Like, Road releases him.
No, not for Shanks. Not him. He doesn't really have disdain for Shanks, but maybe for Shanks' former captain.
Oh, Shiki.
So now we have a three-way alliance with Kid, Shiki, and Loki.
Wouldn't that be something, right? Kid's second three-way alliance in the series. That'd be something. Because he tried to get Hawkins and Apu, and now he's like, you know what? Hawkins and Apu didn't work. I'm going to get Shiki.
I'm going to run it back one more time. But the thing is, it's not the goal. I mean, the goal would be to take out Shanks again, because wasn't that what they were trying to do?
Oh my God, yeah, that was the goal originally.
Yeah.
Which, hey, if Apu and Hawkins were on that boat with Kid on Elbaf, do you think they would have fared better?
Yeah, they do. Because if they're allied, I would assume that Hawkins could do something where like Kid isn't just eradicated right away through his strawman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe he gives Kid like an extra life.
Yeah, he gets an extra life, so he's not immediately done. And then like the entire Shanks, all the red hair pirates have to get involved for sure.
Yeah, and then it could be like that meme of people saying, "Oh, like Apu is Shanks' number one counter because Shanks can't cover both of his ears."
Exactly. Like at that point, he's gonna get hit with the music regardless.
Oh, maybe that was the group that Kid needed, the alliance. But yeah, I mean, I guess Shiki and Loki. I mean, that's the next best thing, right? You can't have Apu or Hawkins. Boom, Shanks and Shiki and Loki.
And the thing is, like, I don't think if Kid goes after the key to free Loki, and regardless at this point, I don't think the alliance would matter. It's just about, we share in our disdain for Shanks. Shanks defeated me 6 years ago. He defeated you. Like, let's take him down, And, you and Killer both have your eyes covered. You guys...
something's going on here. You can bond with that.
But I just feel like it's a way to kind of introduce Kid back into the story, give him agency again. And I think with that group, now he's actually a threat again. Like by himself, no, but if he's allied with Loki and Shiki more far-fetched, but I think with Loki, that would make some sense to me. How you feel about that? I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, oh shit.
I like it. I like the Kid idea a lot, especially if you throw in Loki too. My only problem, and I've talked about this before too, but like Kid is very prideful. Like there's no way he would want to ask Loki to do it for him. Kid would be like, hey, like Loki, let's take down Shanks together, or let's alliance, or you have to work under me. It's got to be something like that, because the way Loki offered it to Luffy is, it was like a one-man adventure, right? He's like an assassin.
Yeah,
like,
I'd do any captain, any ship, any crew,
any pirate crew, and I'll take him out. Like Kid would have to be there too, because Kid is very prideful. He would want to personally put Shanks down.
Absolutely.
So it would have to be, like you said, an alliance, which I think that could work.
I think so too.
And you know, Kid, he has his magnet abilities. I don't know if keys are, or the key that chained Loki up is magnetic.
Metal, yeah.
But maybe he could just, you know, just put his hand up in the sky and do it. And you know, people, dude, it's such a meme. But the Onigashima sword, people looked at it, they're like, "Oh, Kid's gonna use it. Kid's gonna do it."
Maybe he does it with the Elbaf sword.
Never happened. So maybe it happens with the Elbaf sword, right? I mean, I know people don't like the Kid hype, but
yeah.
I mean, he's here. He's literally here.
That's what I'm saying. He's there. It's like, it just makes sense considering, like, bro, Shanks has been running through these people. He's been a foil for them. Like, why would they not ally to take him down if Luffy declines to free Loki? You know, because he has to get free in some way. That's obvious that's going to happen. Why not somebody that's as demented as Kid? And like, what does he have to lose at this point? You know, like,
yeah.
Doesn't have a ship, his crew. I mean, it'll be interesting if some of his crew members died as well. That would make it a little, you know, a bit more tragic if like some of them died. Not all of them made it. And now Kid has to rebuild his crew. It's like, yo, let's go after Shanks. So I just feel like Luffy's easy considering Luffy's right there, but we have other people that, again, and Kid has a 3 billion berry bounty. It's not like he's a slouch in regards to just comparison to Loki, where Loki's at 2.6. And I don't know if Loki could recognize Kid, and Kid's like, yeah, I got a 3 billion berry bounty. I'm not fodder. So
yeah.
And then Kid has the capabilities in Devil Fruit to be able to fight against giants himself. So
yeah, and he also has the Big Mom certification too, right?
Yeah.
Like he helped take down Big Mom. Maybe Loki feels a certain way about that since he wanted to marry Lola.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's a good connection.
Yeah.
It's like maybe they get into that conversation that comes up. It's like after I
Loki's
took out
like,
that old hag.
I almost allied with her, but I didn't marry her daughter.
He's like,
and then Kid's like, don't worry, I took out that hag.
Yeah, I killed her. She's at the bottom of lava.
No more hag maxing.
I like how you think. I just think that alliance makes more sense than the Luffy and Loki alliance.
And you know what? Like Kid, you mentioned Kid's crew dying, which I don't think is that insane considering the fact that that's what Roger did to Squard. Like Roger killed all of Squard's crewmates and left Squard alive. Like that is like people say Roger's a great guy. I'm like, yeah, sure, like he's got some good qualities, but he's a pirate, bro. Like Roger killed his crew and left Squard alive to like wallow in despair. Like Kid's kind of the same way. Like if Kid survives and if Killer and everybody else is dead, yeah, maybe he is.
Killer being dead would be crazy.
Yeah,
that would be
he's
insane.
going after.
Yeah, if Killer is dead. Blood. It doesn't matter. I'm allying with anybody to take Shanks down.
Yeah.
And of course, Luffy's not going to ally with him and some shit like that. So like, I would like that. I would like Kid going through some tragedy, some pain of loss, and then like coming back. Maybe some training, training with Loki. I don't know.
I mean, this is like Skynet, right? Like that's what Luffy says. Like, hey, these animals, they're
trains with like
Skynet.
Would it be insane if like Kid is going through like what Luffy's going through, but just like a 2 years later?
Yeah, I mean that's how I see it though. Like this is a great training arc for anybody who comes here.
Remember, Kid got like, he got Luffy. His entire crew essentially got eradicated by Kizaru and Kuma, right, for different reasons. But they all got eradicated, got separated, went through a war, was mildly successful, you could say, right? Accomplished his goal, but by the end of it, like I said, by the end with like Kid versus Shanks, everything is done. And now after that, Luffy has to go on an island and train for a couple of years against some fucking animals. So, like for Kid, he goes, now he's on this island and there's some animals, and now he has to overcome these animals and to get stronger.
There it is.
Yeah. I don't know.
And
maybe.
I could see it. I mean, this island doesn't have a lot of metal from what we've seen thus far.
Maybe that's how he compensates, where he can like create metal in some way.
Either create metal or just like focus on hockey. Like it still bothers me that Kid has Conqueror's hockey. We've never seen it. And then to add insult to injury, man, when Luffy used Ryuo, Kid was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
It's like, Kid, come on. Like, at least pretend to know what that is, man.
He's like, oh, yeah, I know what that is. Of course. That makes sense. But
that is hockey.
I think what made me think about it as well is like how you told me in Japan how Kid was so popular. I was like, yo, if he's that popular over there, like Oda must have some more use for him if he's like moving numbers like that. Like he can't just get rid of that character.
In America, you'll never find Kid merch on the shelves, man. It's not flying up. But in Japan, people like Kid.
Yeah.
They sold his Jika no Mi at stores, like little keychains, little like mimic devil fruits. I was like, and they don't have a lot of them. They have like Luffy, they have Chopper. I think they have like one or two. They have the Opi Opi no Mi.
Yeah.
But of course, like Kid was up there too. Like Kid is pretty popular in Japan, surprisingly so. If Oda has a different mindset of Kid than the rest of the fan base here in the West, like
I'm here for it.
He could be very loved in this arc.
That'd be amazing if Kid can have some redemption here. And I think Loki's a favorite, like a great character to do it because so many people like Loki. If Kid can kind of establish himself, it's not even like his superior, but more like a cross scale with Crocodile and Mihawk thing, where it's just like, hey, we have similar goals. Like, let's just work together to accomplish them. Like, I can free you here. And he's like, remember Loki's offer to Luffy, hey, if you free me, I can go eradicate any pirate crew that you want. And he tells Kid like, hey, if you free me, I can go eradicate any pirate crew that you want. And the Kid's like, what about red hair? He's like, red hair, that'd be my favorite one to get rid of. And he's like,
that was the first on the list.
And he's like, my only stipulation is that I do it with you, you know? And then the alliance is kind of formed there. And so I just thought of like a way to incorporate Kid again, just because like I don't think he's dead. He's in Elbaf. Luffy freeing Loki would be just so out of the norm, but you know, it's not impossible. But you know, we'll see. And then
one thing I'm scared of. Go for it.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say the one thing I'm scared of is that Loki's a trickster. What if Kid releases him and Loki says, "Yeah, I was just joking."
Oh shit! And Kid gets eradicated
and then
again.
Kid's gonna look even worse, dude. I don't want to set Kid up, but like if Kid releases Loki and Loki says, gotcha, like because he called Shanks a coward, then he said he was joking. What if he's joking about this, wiping out any pirate crew?
But then
I feel so bad for Kid.
Here's how Kid looks impressive if he can't just overwhelm Kid, right? If Loki tries to do it and Kid is like, I'm not weak, like, you've
got to come with me to take down Shanks. You're gonna do it. Because
again, Kid has the power to fight against giants. Like he can make big metal things. So
big metal things. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You can make big metal things.
That bull was bigger than Big Mom, no?
Yeah, it was.
It was pretty big. Like, so he can fight against, enemies of that size and caliber. So I don't know. I hope Kid comes back in a decent way. He just gets slandered so much. It's just like, oh man. Now I feel bad.
One thing I want to point out real quick is that Loki, we get a better shot at his weapon. He has a hammer. You see that?
Yeah. We were talking about it on stream when I did my reaction to the chapter, and I was like, why did it not take his weapon? And it was like, well, in Norse, it's like it could be that they're bonded, and that'd be like the greatest dishonor or some shit like that. So I'm just like, okay. All right.
Well, he killed his dad though. I don't know, man.
But then like, why keep him alive? Like, kill him, It's like, imagine you have somebody that can bring Ragnarok, and it takes everybody or all the giants in Elbaf and an outsider that's a Yonko to stop him. And then you just tie him up with some chains with his weapon and be like, just stay there. Right? Like,
yeah. Here's a hot take, but there's some bad people in Impel Down that I'm surprised they just let them go, bro. Like, let them live.
Yeah, some of them should die.
Yeah, like I love Doflamingo, bro, but like if this was the real world, I'd be like, guys, can we just
let's just get rid of it?
Can we just put him down? Please?
That's my thing. Is like, imagine something like Loki, because at this point he's not just a person; he's like a fucking phenomenon. Something like him.
Yeah.
They just have him sitting there, chained up. Like, that's good. Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's fine. And then anybody can visit him. Look at this. Luffy's just walking up. It's not like he has guards.
Aren't the guards supposed to be the animals?
Yeah, his friends.
His friends.
He's running the prison, dude.
It's bad.
He's running Gen Pop.
It's bad.
Like, it's crazy.
It's only a matter of time before he gets freed, and it'd be interesting if that could happen.
And it's not like he's being rehabilitated, right? Like, literally, he says he wants to destroy the world.
I'm sure he's even more pumped up now to do it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's his opening sentence, bro. Like, hey, nice to meet you. My name's Loki, 2.6 billion. I want to kill everybody.
I want to kill everybody. I already did it to my dad, and my brother's next. Yeah. But no. Chapter again should be out. We don't know. We'll see. But Sai, any final words?
I really hope we kind of like glanced over this or just kind of skeeted over it. But I really hope that the character off the coast is Shiki.
Skeeted over it is crazy.
That's how people put it, right? Like skeeted, skirted, something like that.
I don't know if people use skeeted like that, but I hear you.
Yeah, we kind of just like came past it, but yeah, I really hope Shiki's that guy. I mean, it makes sense with the SPSs, the hat, people were putting the animals side by side. Apparently, some of these animals look like Strong World animals too.
Oh, okay. I mean, if it is Shiki and Loki and Kid ally,
that's a nasty combo, dude.
That's formidable. That's formidable.
That's nasty.
So, you know, we'll see. And then Shiki, that's what he's all about. Like, he's all about the alliances. Like, he was obviously with Rocks. He pulled up on Roger. He was like, hey, man, we could do this together, right? Pulled up on Whitebeard, like, hey, we could do this together.
Ancient
like,
weapons, let's do
like,
it.
that's what he wants to do. He wants to ally and take shit down.
I mean, it's just why would Shiki be here? And like Shanks was here the other day. Like, did Shanks know that Shiki was here and just let him go? Were they on good terms? Like, I think that's kind of where
was like, yes, red hair, not you.
He doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to talk to him. Gives him like the cold shoulder.
He's like, you're not the one I'm waiting for. And then he sees kids crawling ashore, dragging himself, just barely.
Oh, it'd be like Obito and Madara, huh?
Yeah, right. He can fulfill
Obito's
his will.
crawling.
He's like, I know the pain of loss. Look at me legs.
Yeah, I'm dying, but I'm gonna teach you, kid, everything I know. Oh, that would be kind of good, right? Like Luffy learned what he knew from Rayleigh.
From Rayleigh, and he learns from Shiki.
Kid learns from Shiki. Oh, that'd be kind of solid.
That'd be actually really good for a kid, considering that, like, you know, because Shiki basically he floats his legs now, right? That's how he controls. He controls his legs to float. I don't know. He could teach him some things, not only about Devil Fruit mastery because he's insane with it, but also hockey. Yeah, he's one of those legendary characters. That would be really good for Kid. Like exceptional for him. But
I think the one question is like, would Oda devote that much time to Kid's development?
the crazy part is that you don't have to do any of this on screen. You know what
all
I mean?
off screen.
They could be all. You can give us like literally a chapter of this, like, because bro, we remember how one chapter changed our entire perception of Brule. I thought Brule was the most annoying, just
until the Katakuri flashback, huh?
completely changed the perspective of her character. Just one chapter, one half a chapter, to be honest. That's what it was. And it's changed just how we viewed her. And so it's just like,
it's in your face same way.
Exactly. You give us a chapter of Kid and Shiki that could build Shiki's character into what he is now, build Kid's character, show some growth in regards to him learning from his mistakes, learning hockey, more Devil Fruit mastery, and like by the end of Elbaf, where it's like Ragnarok is ensuing or whatever, Kid shows up. It's like, bro, it could be actually pretty fire. But that, again, it goes back to how Oda feels about Kid.
Last thing, but would you trade the Yamato cover page story for a Kid cover page story?
In a heartbeat.
No questions asked.
No question.
Without even seeing the end of Yamato's journey, you would just trade it?
Yeah, I think because it's more interesting. Because every single chapter is going to be like, because it's going to be development, right? It's like Oda's not going to put a character on the cover story and not develop them. And I feel like every character that's been on there, like from the Rob Lucci, the CP9 cover story, we had the Wapple cover story, we had Garp. So it's just it's a lot of ways they could go with it, but I think if Kid got a cover story, I think it would help his character a lot. So
yeah, I think
I'd prefer. And we just left Wano, so it's like I'm not so excited about Wano right now. We just left there. We just saw the running around and the gifters and the shit, and so like when we see that in the cover story, I'm like, oh,
it's reminding you of all the pain, and then of course, like since it's like the most recent arc that finished outside of Egghead, like people still talk about it.
So that's my thing. We're just like, let's just please let it go somewhere. So
yeah, I mean, 18 volumes is I know that cover page stories take a while to like get off the ground, but 18 is kind of crazy.
Nothing has happened in 18.
18 is wild.
Literally nothing has happened. It's just Yamato going from place to place saying, "Hey, I'll see you guys later."
Hey, meeting. Oop, kids are throwing rocks. I'm meeting with the kids.
Yeah. So I know it's gonna go somewhere. I feel like it will, but so far, no good.
Nothing. Yeah, fair. That's a fair assumption.
Yeah, guys, appreciate you pulling up. Sai, always appreciate it as well. Guys,
always, bro.
You can find Sai everywhere. Sai Duck, Psych, Cyclops.
You're just making all these up now.
Yeah. So like, just put SYV. And one of them is going to pop up.
Yes, one of my mini channels.
Yeah.
Same with Brago. I mean, B.D.A. Law, B.D.A. Raw, Don Brago, Brago D-Ace. Like, my God, this guy's got so many channels too.
I mean, we like the 6 Paths of Pain,
Just gotta, I wish we had clones, man.
I know. Clones would be so fun. Oh my God. We get so much done.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. Like, would you have sex with your own clone?
If it's sexy, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
But like, if it's a clone that looks just like me,
no, it's gotta look different.
Yeah, that'd be off-putting. Just having
like
sex
for
with
the 6
yourself.
Paths of Pain, they had a girl pain, right?
I don't think so.
No, there was a girl pain.
Was there a girl pain?
Yeah, 6 Paths of Pain. Yeah, there's a girl pain.
Is there?
Yeah, dude. What are you talking about? I think it's the animal path, right?
Oh, that was a girl.
Yeah, I think that's a girl.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the animal. It's the animal path, or I think it's the animal path. The one that does the summoning jutsu.
That's Ajisai.
What?
She's the animal path.
Ajisai, is that their name?
Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah, Ajisai.
So they all were having sex with Ajisai?
I don't know.
Wait, she was really young.
Wait, how young was she?
They said she was a tuning.
Oh, yeah, the second animal path, second 6 paths of pain. Well, I mean, tuning could be anything though, right? I mean, Naruto was a tuning by the end of the series still.
But Naruto was like a loser, you know?
Yeah, Naruto was just a kid.
Late bloomer. But no, I guess they did have the female path. I gotta rewatch Naruto.
Yeah.
All right. Like the video, guys. Subscribe. Go check out all the size channels. Link will be in the description. But per usual, catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.